think all of you once saw Martin Scorsese movie, and by the way, I have him here today as well.
You're a pretty funny girl.
What's so funny?
Just what you just said.
Yeah, but what's so funny about it? Like,
you said it. I don't.
Yeah, but like, let me get this clear. I'm stressed maybe because of the presentation, but I was saying like I'm funny. Like, am I a clown? Like here to amuse you?
No, not like that. Just I mean like. You know.
No, what the fuck do you mean with I'm funny? Like, what the fuck is so funny about me? Like, really, am I here to amuse you?
No, just how you told just how you sounded funny.
Alright, this was one of the scenes from Goodfellas, but I will get the director in. I guess that's easier for you than when he talks to you personally.
Alright, let's move on to the next one.
Thank you for the invitation. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're all here to know a little bit about me. Yeah, I'm Martin Charles Scorsese. You probably know some movies on myself. Well, I want to start with my background. I was born in Queens, but yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time outside because I had bad asthma, and so I had to spend the whole day in my bed. So. Other than other children, I couldn't play with them. I had to watch them through the window, and that was the time actually where I decided to write scripts, because the window was for me like a cinema. I made up some scripts based on what they were like talking, but I didn't see it, you know, so I made something up. Yeah, soon we moved actually to a little Italy, also known as Manhattan. That was the time where I got close to churches. Yeah, actually. I wanted to become a priest. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, imagine that, me as a priest. God. Well, I decided soon that I want to go into movies, so I went to the New York Academy and studied film and art there. That was also the time, it was hard for me to afford to make my own movie, so I got financial help by my professor. Thank you for that. He's dead, rest in peace. Yeah, my first movie then, I did like some brilliant short movies which were awarded, and by that time I also started teaching directors as Oliver Stone, you probably know him, or Jonathan Kaplan. And that was also the time when I became friends with some movie brats such as Brian Palma. Yeah, he was a really good friend of mine. Thank you for the presentation, by the way. And also Steven Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola. By the way, Brian Palma also introduced me to Robert De Niro, and that was the time when it just made click, and he was in most of my movies. Well, let's come to my first feature movie. It was Mean Streets. It was my first feature movie starring Harvey Keitel, who become quite successful after that, and Robert De Niro, of course. Yeah, critics say that this movie was actually my breakthrough, but in my opinion, I think my breakthrough was just starting with Taxi Driver. My personal opinion, was one of my biggest success. I also got awarded with 4 Oscar nominations. Unfortunately, didn't won any, but that doesn't matter because it was just one failure in my life, you know. So yeah, after that I started with Taxi Driver was like actually a bit critical seen by critics, like it was highly controversial. Well, I had Judy Foster, you probably know her from Silence of the Lambs. She was starring in that movie. Yeah, she was maybe playing underage prostitute, but seriously, I mean, it was highly controversial, what made it even a bit bigger famous, also for Jodie Foster. How can I continue? Well, for that movie, like Taxi Driver, I didn't win any Oscars, but it was the first time I got nominated as the best director. Didn't win it, never mind, I won it for The Departed. You know that movie, right? With Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, he was also nominated for an Oscar, but like actually 8 times, and he never won it. Well, in my opinion, he's just a running gag. Otherwise, I can't explain it otherwise, because this man is brilliant. Well, yeah, actually I have to leave now because I have to go back to the set of Silence, a movie starring Liam Neeson and Andrew Garfield. It's coming out next year, but I will give it further to my silly head. Well then, watch the movie next year, right? I'm back. I hope you liked it. I mean, he was nice, right? That's the reason why I really like him. He's so personal. He talks to us like he wants to teach us something. Like also his movies, you can see he makes it with love, and he has like this trademarks which I can show you something. It's how he uses music, but also silence, and this is what actually tells us the story. Yeah, I really like the way how he's using it, because I have the feeling like nowadays, like also with the same with Roland Emmerich, he's using music every time, and this is you don't feel the silence anymore in a movie, because I think it's like real life. You don't have like background music, you know, and it's still like when I talk to her and she just stops talking, then it's like, okay, something is happening right now. So that's what I really love about him. But another thing, a fact about him, is that he actually got asked to play Charles Manson. You know him? He's like one of the famous serial killers. Yeah, he looks like him, but he never. He decided to not. Yeah, he appeared in many movies of his, like a Taxi Driver, but he decided that he's like not like an actual actor. Yeah. Okay. The reason why I love him because he's the diverse of cinema. He has so many movies, which is not only one genre. It's like depending from so many. It's different genres. He has like a horror movie like Shutter Island. He has a gangster movie like Goodfellas, and he has like a biographical movie like a Wolf of Wall Street, and also Hugo, a movie for children, and that's what I like about him. And just lately I saw a speech at the New York Academy, Tisch Academy, whatever it's called, and he said inspiring things like that you have to believe in yourself, that you have, if you love filming, then do it. There is no excuse for not filming. For example, he wasn't rich, but he couldn't really afford to film, but he just did it. He started his passion started because he loved film, and that's why he's there where he is. And he just wants to tell us it's better to be a man or woman in an arena where you get humbled and beaten up, and maybe you get so many critics, but you should never ever see it as a critic, but just as a failure you're gonna learn from. So it's better to be in this arena and be humbled, and in the end succeed, as if you would never try it. So yeah, I love this man.
Fantastic.